Turn the music up. They say, baby, how you do it? Never question greatness. Never question greatness. Tell them never question greatness. I just do it. I'm so high, I feel weightless. All my shooters are courageous. It ain't a moment till I make it. It ain't a moment till I make it. Have my cake and eat it too. I want a bakery and see lately. All I've been doing is celebrating. I don't even know what I'm celebrating. I know why you ain't celebrating. Cause you ain't celebrating. They got niggas catching cases.
Hey Chicago, how we doing tonight? Jay Smalls, we're talking some Blackhawks hockey. Yes sir, we are talking some hockey. We have a dynasty here in Chicago. 2 of 4 Stanley Cups. Led by Joe Quenneville, the Stachio. Joe Quenneville, the only guy who could rival Mr. Micah Ditka. So, honor to him. I think he doesn't get enough appreciation to how much he can manage egos here, because we have a lot of them here in Chicago. Not meaning to egos by being big-headed, but big star players, you know, and you need to handle those players correctly, being a coach in any elite type system, any sport as well. With that being said, it's unfortunate with the loss here of Patrick Kane with this injury. It's a lower body injury, as we know. Believe it's a knee injury. All these 2 weeks, 3 weeks, is very hypothetical. When you get back, you still have to get into your flow going forward, get into your rhythm, get your legs back, especially if it's a knee injury. I mean, come on, you got to be realistic here. But losing him is just integral. I mean, it hurts so much. I mean, he's such a provider of what we do. He's our #1 points. He's #1 with goals. And he just detracts so much attention to open up different things for all of our other players. We have such a great core, which is healthy now, and that needs to remain healthy for the end of this season, including Jonathan Toews, Patrick Sharp, Versteeg, Keith, Crawford, Brandon Saad, Nick Hjalmarsson, Big Hoss, Martin Hossa, Bolig, Shaw, and Brian Bickle. Brian Bickle is very key to us taking that next level. So he's been very inconsistent coming off his injury in the Stanley Cup Finals last year, throughout this year. This past week he's put it on as far as coming on here in mid to late March, but he really needs to take that to another level. We rewarded him with a huge contract going forward, and I thought it was going to be a Bufflin effect, where it was going to be too much money with the production he had in the playoffs, where he was going to go elsewhere. But we did pay him a fair amount of money, but it's not justified into the way he's playing right now, especially with the group that we have with Kane, Toews, that Keith, Seabrook, that core. Defense, 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 defense. That's what Chicago is about. Hard work, lunch pail, that's hard hat. That's what we're about. That's what wins championships, because that's what we're about. Having that said, we're ranked currently number 16 in the NHL in overall defense, which we vastly need to improve. And that's what I would like to see, as opposed to worrying about our offensive game here with this remaining part of our last part of the season. As Levy Smith would say, our 4th quarter of the season. So, defense needs to improve. Seabrook needs to get going again. Duncan Keith is the best in the game. And Corey Crawford is just stopping absolutely everything. I think we have one of the best backup goalies in all of the NHL. But Corey Crawford is an elite goalie. And he's just put his game to another level, and it's just another thing to see. It's going to be something else to see going into the playoffs here. So the Corey Crawford, Corey Crawford, Chicago, as he would say if anybody was at the rally. St. Louis is going to be a threat. San Jose, Anaheim, the usual suspects, Los Angeles Kings. But we are going to be matching up with the Colorado Avalanche here in this first round. And it is a little bit scary because they are one of the few teams that can actually skate with a team like the Hawks that are just so elite. So you have them and you had Edmonton, but Edmonton are not even in the mix. They're not going to be in the playoffs. But Colorado is a realistic threat. So with that being said, it is going to be crucial for our defense to be shutting them down. We cannot be winning games 7-6 here against Colorado thinking we're going to get out of this first round. Because it's not going to happen, folks. We have a great team, but they match up very well. And NHL hockey, as you know, is a different beast. So, with that being said, thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure. We're going to be bringing you some more stuff here. We got NCAA tournament. We got more hockey playoffs coming up, basketball playoffs. Got a little bit of baseball popping off here in Australia, of all things. It's just getting very exciting. So thank you again, and you guys have a good one. It's always a pleasure. From the great one, Michael Jordan. Let's get some championships here. There's a new era of championships coming out in Chicago. Not with the Bulls, with the Chicago Blackhawks, ladies and gentlemen. So here's a tune to take us out.
That's why we out here catching breaks and numbers. Save yourself, cause I can't sit down, no giving up.
There we go.
Ignorant ass white kid, but I'm still bicycling and recycling, and I'm still eating gummy bear vitamins. All my bitches taking Vicodin, huffing nitrogen.
Piper and Williams, middle son, since I was a little one. Moms had to put me on the Ritalin, made a swish and run, cracked the 40, then I lit a blunt. Told Chuck I had a couple raps, so we kicked the drums. All the best rappers are usually dead, but I'm the poison that left the widow Juliet. In the studio with candles lit and Buddha heads, coming up with all the coldest shit. Take your Sudafed.
Contagious, speaking while sedated. Gotcha. Make them wanna add a couple pages to the Bible. I ain't got nothing left in my will, except throw it all in the casket. It's mine still.
I need some backpack cash raps. Took a break just to kill the game half-assed. Set some rat traps, went and took a cat nap. Woke up, threw the dead bodies in the trash bags. Acting light, but I'm nasty on the bike. Your bitch don't want my dick, then she has to be a dyke. Slap her, but she like it. Tell me, master, feed me pipe. I'm the scotch on the rocks, you the apple teeny type.